Alright guys, so we're back in the garage today. This should be a pretty short video. I went out to one of my cars and the battery was low, it was dead, completely dead. So we're going to do a parasitic draw test and I'm going to walk you guys through how I do that. So let's get over here. Alright, so we're going to take one side of the battery off. I like to take the negative side off. Okay. Then we're going to have trying to get you guys in the best position here. Okay, we've got our multimeter here. That would be too bright. Still, if you can see, what we're going to do is pull the positive side from the voltage side here. We're going to take it over here to the amps with a 10 amp fuse. Okay, so you want to be careful, don't blow your fuses. Alright. We're going to come over here, connect negative side, positive side. Okay. And then we're going to the A with the straight line, squiggly line. You can go to the millivolts, but right now we're going to read kind of high. As you guys can see that, we're at 1.8 amps, which is too high. But whenever you plug back in a system, there you go. It's all going to sleep right now. That's how fast it goes. Sometimes it can take, on fancier vehicles, that can take, I would say anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. So don't be fooled by that. But we're going to do another quick test because I'm wondering if there's other issues here. I'm going to wake those modules up. I'm going to leave this right here just for ease of purpose for you guys. But then I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So what I did was I opened and closed the driver's door. Okay. When you open and close the door, that wakes all the modules up saying, hey, somebody's getting in, we're about to go to work. Okay, so if the fuse box you are trying to isolate is not the one under the hood, okay, this one's got a cover on it. It's so goofy. But you would usually pull the fuse box cover off, and then once everything's gone to sleep and you're adamant that you are as low as you are going to go, then pulling these fuses out one at a time until it drops down to the 0.02 or 0.05, then you're good, and you can start pulling fuses until you see that result. That tells you, hey, I'm where I need to be, and that fuse, when you put it back, you should see that amperage come back up, and you go, okay, that's my problem circuit. So then you've isolated the circuit, so you need to look at the items within that circuit. Okay, I can't remember what the specs are. Let me get the Google up. Normal amp draw on a car battery. So they say 0.05, so, which I was saying 0.02, so 0.02 to 0.05 is a reasonable number. We're still high, and I'm thinking that for whatever reason I've got a module that's staying on after it gets woken up. It's not going back to sleep. So if a kid comes and gets something out of the car they forgot, it's screwing me over here. So we're gonna wait. I'll start a timer. Okay, so we just got a timer running. I'm gonna let it run, and I'm gonna come back every 5 minutes or so to see if it drops off. Like I said, What we saw drop off there real quick at the beginning, I was not expecting it to do that. A drop off should take, I would think, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes for these modules to go back to sleep. And then once we do this, I'm also going to show you another technique that if you're working in a fuse box in the car, what you can do to keep your door open but still be able to do this test and not have all your modules awake. So we'll get to that at the very end, but at this point I'm going to fast forward. You guys can watch the time tick. I don't know if the phone will go to sleep or not. And we'll see if these modules in the next 5 minutes go to sleep, or if it's 10 minutes, or if it doesn't go away, which would be bad. Yep. So we're still high. It's not good. Now, I do know this thing has a bad instrument cluster, so there is a chance that that module is staying on even though it should be off. So I believe the fuse for that is in the back seat, so I'm going to go tinker with that real quick and then get you guys moving. Alright guys, I'm actually going to leave you guys right here because I can take my screen and keep it over there and pull fuses and see if this drops, okay? Alright. So none. None of the under HUD. Or the under dash fuses did it. One's under the seat. We're going to start with small fuses first. My process of elimination, you guys can see, is I'm just going straight down the row, and then once I finish a row, I start over on top of another row. I'm not zigzagging or anything, just keep it in order. There we go, that's it. Okay. I'm going to keep going, but we'll come back to that one. Some modules probably woke up. They got to go back to sleep. But that was definitely our baby, I think. Let's see, now it went to sleep this time. Okay. But whatever it is not always going to sleep. Okay. So we just cycled that same fuse again, and now our draw is back. So we're taking it out, putting it in. We'll see if that module goes back to sleep, which I think it will this time because it spiked higher. Last time it didn't spike, and then so this last time it spiked, it went high, and then eventually went to sleep. Let's see if that's true or was just what happened last time. Boom. Actually went to sleep like it's supposed to. And then we'll see if we can't get it to act up again. I think it's going to act up this time, and that draw is going to stay. So now we need to find out what this fuse is right here, because this is our culprit. Okay, I almost pulled every fuse in this fuse box. Yet again, I think it's going to turn out to be cluster, but I was running in it blind like you should do it. If you have a suspicion and you know the fuse, go ahead and pull just the fuse you think. But I had nothing to lose, just going at it, and it's good for you guys to see it. And all right guys, you can see that number 3 fuse back. It's the number 24 fuse.
It's a 10 amp fuse, and it belongs to what I thought I had a problem with, which was the instrument cluster. So that's all the further I have to go. I hope you guys found this helpful. Right after this, there is going to be a quick tutorial on how to trick the modules and make them go to sleep. So hang tight for that.
That's super annoying. All right, guys, the trick to this, okay? So if you're needing to be in and out of the car for whatever reason, if the fuse box is inside that you're wanting to work on, whatever door you need open, find the door. And then what you're going to do is put a screwdriver in there. Just simply push back until it locks down. So now the car thinks the door is closed. It's going to turn your modules off and allow you to keep going. So this is the trick for the doors. Just screwdriver in, and then to reset it, we just pull the inside door handle. Boom, your door is good to go. Now, sometimes people will do this and they'll try to slam that door, and there is a risk that you could break that there. So make sure you always pull the door handle, release it, and you're good to go. So hope that helps.